What's up, Journey Disc Golf, and welcome back to part 3 of the road to 450. Today is all about strength and mobility. Let's get after it. So in part 1 of this series, The Road to 450, when I first talked about integrating strength and mobility training as a part of my journey to being able to throw 450, a lot of people asked the question, why? And that was funny to me. Coming from a sports and athletic background, it seemed natural that you would make the connection between exercising, lifting weights, training in the gym, and being able to perform better. But then as I started to think about it, I realized that a lot of the top pros in disc golf who throw the farthest don't actually look like they have that classic gym, muscular, athletic body. Now, that's not to say that they're not athletes. Of course, they absolutely are, but it got me thinking, does strength training actually have a place in disc golf? So part of this series, doing a lot of experimenting and implementing a lot of trial and error to find what works best for me in hopes that it might also help you reach your goals. Now, the obvious question, do you have to lift weights to be able to throw far and be good at disc golf? No, of course you don't, right? Some of the guys who throw farthest clearly aren't hitting the gym that much, right? I think it's so much more about technique than it is about strength. And, to be honest, muscling the disc is probably one of the problems that I have in terms of throwing far. So it seems counterintuitive. But my thought is overall athleticism will absolutely help on the course in terms of performance, but also in terms of longevity, in terms of making sure that my throw can be repeatable, that I can stay injury free, that my body can work the way that it's made to so that I can continue to enjoy life and disc golf. So today we're going to be talking about strength training, weightlifting, mobility work, and how it might play a part in helping you be a better disc golfer. Now, when we look at the sport of disc golf, it might be tempting to think that it's a pretty slow, relaxed, and therefore non-athletic sport. But in fact, when you look at the backhand especially, but the forehand as well, the driving motion is an extremely athletic move. You're moving your body at high speeds to create a lot of torque and a lot of whip to be able to throw the distance far. And when we do that repeatedly, it puts a lot of strain and stress on our body, especially on our joints. So one of the main reasons why I think strength training, mobility training, and getting in the gym is beneficial to disc golfers is injury prevention and long-term health. Now, I have a background in weight training and spending time in the gym. As you can see by the setup behind me, I've clearly invested a lot into having a home gym setup that I can use and enjoy. And although I might not look like it now, I used to spend a lot of time lifting weights before I had kids. But as a part of this series, getting back in the gym is something that I really want to focus on, not just for disc golf, also just for life in general. That's one of the things I love about disc golf is it allows us to integrate so many other aspects of life that we enjoy, like community and friendship and exercise and nature. So as a part of this series, I'm gonna be committing to a strength and mobility routine to see if I can't take my game to the next level. Now, on the strength side of things, I'm gonna be keeping it pretty simple. Like I said in part 1 of this series, I'm gonna be focused mostly on compound lifts. So heavy lifts like squatting, overhead press, deadlift, bench press. These are lifts that I'm comfortable with. I love the barbell. That's kind of where I feel like I'm most comfortable. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. The thing I love about these compound lifts is that they tend to work the whole body, especially the core. In disc golf, really the power supposedly comes from the ground up. So building in a strong core and a strong lower body foundation, I think will be extremely beneficial. My goal is to get in the gym 3 times a week. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but my past experience has shown me that if I can be consistent 3 times a week and I can be efficient in my workouts, that will be enough to see some real progress and some real results. Now, for strength training, I'm gonna be focusing on lower reps and higher weight. So probably somewhere around the 5x5 in terms of sets and reps, something like that. We'll see how that goes. I'll be doing just 2 splits, an A split and a B split, and just alternating every time I'm in the gym. So split A will be something like a squat and overhead press and a bench, and split B will be a squat, a bent over rail, and a deadlift, something like that. I might play with those a little bit, but essentially if you're familiar with strong lifts 5x5, something that looks a lot like that. Now on the mobility side of things, this is where I felt a little out of my depth. So huge shout out to my friends over at Ready Disc Golf. If you haven't heard of Ready Disc Golf, make sure you check them out on Instagram and Facebook. They've produced some incredible programs for disc golfers of all skill level, whether you have a whole home gym setup or don't own a single piece of exercise equipment. Their programs can be customized and equipped for right where you're at. So they were kind enough to send me their programs out for free to try out, and I've gleaned a ton of knowledge from reading through the programs that they've put together. So on the mobility side, on the stabilization side, I'm gonna be focused on some of the material that they've provided. I'm gonna be focused on really trying to build in some full range of motion, but also some stabilization through the core and just making sure my body is moving right and in a healthy manner. If you're interested at all in checking out their programs, you can shoot them a DM on Instagram. That's the best way to get in contact with them. But Ready Disc Golf, make sure you check them out. So if you're all interested in joining in on this journey with me, I'd love for you to be a part of what I'm trying to do. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more daily updates on how this progress is going, or make sure you like and subscribe here to the YouTube channel so you don't miss another episode. I'm really excited to see how this challenge goes and what kind of impact strength and conditioning work can have on my disc golf game. I'm hoping to add a little bit of muscle mass, to add a little bit of weight. Starting weight today is 158. So if I can put on a little extra muscle, if I can be a little more athletic, have better range of motion, more flexibility and mobility, I really think that'll be beneficial in my disc golf game. My name's Andrew Wood, and remember, the journey is the destination.